Hello there guys, I'm back. It's been a long time not uploading a video because the weather has been terrible here, very cold, and as a DIY I don't have a garage to do cars in, so when it's cold I just can't do anything. Okay, today we're going to change the door check strap because it is clunking and it's absolutely annoying. So let me just turn the camera around and show you what you're going to be doing. Right, this is the thing that we are replacing. This is the new one. Okay, there it is. Once again, just can hear that. I hate that sound. It's just driving me crazy. So we're gonna remove it. Now to remove this, you remove this bolt here, and there are two nuts, 1, 2. But you have to remove all this part here to get to removing this. Now, why didn't the French just make it in such a way that you don't have to remove this? You just remove this alone without removing all this stuff. Okay, so it is here, as you can see. I hope it will last a little bit longer because it was made where? Come on, anyone can guess? Made where? China. It's made in China. So I bought this on eBay. We'll see how long it lasts because looks like everything these days is made from China. So if it can last at least 2 years, that would be brilliant because we will get rid of the car then. Now also I want to go buy the carpet that is used in houses so that I can do what I did in the Kia, put it in here and remove this because these they get very dirty quickly. But if we have a nylon carpet here, they don't get dirty very quickly and it's very easier to clean them. So you just spray then just wipe. Okay, so but that will be later. In the meantime, we're dealing with that. Both doors, this one and that one over there, needs to be done. Okay, so I'm gonna get the tools there and start removing this. You see, the good thing with my channel is because I'm a DIYer. If I make mistakes, I will show you so that you don't make mistakes. All right, there's a little Torx screw right there. As you can see, it's right here. So you remove that. Hopefully this plastic thing, it will just kind of come out. I don't think there's any other screw because I looked everywhere, so there's just one there. Okay, so let's get going. Right, I removed the screw here. So you start pulling this panel back and it opens. Now you have to remove this. This goes here like that. There's some more screws in there. There's one here and there's another one there. So there's two. They are both Torx. Now please don't ask me what size of Torx are they. I'm not sure. You just have to get a set of Torx. As you can see, this one can go in, but I don't know what size this is. So just get a set, and just keep trying each until you get the right one. So I'm going to remove this one and then this one. Right, there they are. It looks like they put Loctite on them. I have no idea. Why would you put Loctite on these? Huh? Because this white stuff here looks like Loctite. So I've removed them. So now this thing is moving freely. So removing this, you pull it, but lifting it so that it unhooks from here. Okay. I think there is a cable that is connected to this. So you just remove that cable. If you can work around this without removing it completely, to remove that, you can do it as well. But that's the way it is. Remove this. Right, there it is, the panel. I've removed it. It was just one cable here. So now to get to here, we will have to remove the speaker here because it's the closest to that, and it's Torx again. Once more, I don't know the size. Here we go. So it's a little bit loose. Let's try the other one. That's what I do. This one, it's okay. So just get a set one more time. I'm saying this is like I'm repeating myself. Get a set and keep trying each. Right, the speaker is removed. 3 screws are here, and here is the speaker. Look how tiny this is. This is junk. All right, so there is the door check strap now. So we remove this, and then the two nuts. Then this thing will just come off. Once again, I don't know the size of the torque screw there. I think these are 10 mil. These nuts here. Okay, so you can see it's not very hard to do. You don't have any skill or anything because we don't deal with electronics other than just removing these 2 cables, and that's about it. So let me just get a bigger Torx socket and remove that. Right, I've removed it. This one, that's the one that holds this one in here. Okay, now I managed to find the size Torx. There it is TX40 for this one, the one that goes right there. Okay, so TX40. Now these on the side here, these little ones, nuts, they're 10 mil. So 10 mil socket. That, yeah. Okay, so I'll remove the check strap and then put that one in. There we go. Here is the devil. He's out, and they seem to look alike with this one here. They seem to look exactly the same. Yeah, they look the same. But this is genuine part from Citroën. This is not a genuine part from China. So we'll see. We'll see if it will last. If it doesn't last, I will always tell you on the channel. But they look like they're just the same. So I'm gonna put this one back in there. Okay. Now the other thing that I want to point out is here. As you can see, there's a hole there. Don't let one of the nuts fall in there. Okay, don't let one of the nuts fall in there. These ones. Okay, because once it falls in there, it will become a nightmare to take it out, to bring it, to get it back from there. So be careful. All right. Right, just before I forget to mention, I've put lots of grease in there, you know, to help this to, you know, so that it doesn't seize. As you can see, this here is so dry. Look, there was a bit of grease here. They don't put a lot of grease inside, and I know why they do that. I mean, if I was selling these things, I wouldn't put a lot of grease too, because this is how the business works. It seizes quicker without grease. If you put grease, you stash it in there like I did here, this may increase the lifespan of this junk from China by maybe 2 weeks. Okay, just being serious now. Okay, put a bit of grease in there, copper grease or just normal grease, to help lubricate this. Okay, now I'm gonna put it back in now. Guys, I've put it in, but what a disappointment, because China, listen to this. A brand new check strap, supposed to be quiet. Listen to this. It's not supposed to do this. It's supposed to be quiet. But it's rattling. It is rattling. This is disappointing. I wasn't expecting this at all. You see, that's the thing. When I buy this on eBay, the guy wanted me to give him a feedback straight away, positive feedback straight away. This is junk. It's clunky. And I'm going to send him this video to see for himself. Look. So I'm taking it off. It's rubbish. These are very cheap on eBay. I'll show you. I'll put the price of how much I bought them on eBay. At the manufacturer, at the main dealer, they were saying £50 plus VAT each. So maybe I should just buy from the dealer, because I can't stand the sound. Can't stand the sound. Let me just remove it. Yeah, there it is. What a waste of time. It's clunking. So I'm just gonna have to buy from the main dealer. Get the right one, put it in there. This is junk. I don't know how much disappointed I am, because I was really hopeful that this is going to work. So I'll just put back this one, the one that I just removed, put it back. This one, put a little bit of grease on it, and then Monday, because today it's Saturday, Monday go buy from the main dealer. They're very expensive, main dealer, but I don't want to put something, you know, it's very cold. Do this on the cold, and then still clunks. Just before turning the camera around, let me just show you. Look, the door is quiet without that thing. Look, no sound. So the hinges, these are okay. It is this. A bike was passing by. So it is not the hinges. The hinges are okay. It is the check straps. So you heard it. It's clunking. This new one from China. So I'm gonna put back this one, cover the whole thing, then Monday go buy new. This I'm returning back, getting my money back. It's rubbish. I don't know why people do this. Probably they knew it's doing this and just sell it. Right, I've put back the old one. As you can see, it has a bit of rust here, so I'm gonna get WD-40, spray it here. But actually this one is much quieter than the new one. Listen. I've put grease on it. The sound is still there, but it's not as bad as it was before. So but anyway, I'm going to change it. I don't like that sound. Just put new one. The car has about 140,000 miles. They need changing at some point, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so I've put back the speaker and the cable. Now I'm gonna put back the cover that goes in here. You see, these, they have tabs that goes into this. Normally when you pull these out, they fall off, they break. So that's the way it is. That's the penalty. But the screws, these ones and one at the bottom there, I think they're the main ones that holds this panel. So these, as they fail, see, this one is broken. Look, some of them, they break, and on the other side there, as you can see, the same line as this there, it's broken. Right here, this one is broken as well. So that's the way it is. So I'm putting back this panel. Yes, guys, what a shame. All that hard work in the cold for nothing. They clank. You've seen the video. You know, I'm not just saying they clank without the evidence. So I'm going to send the guy this video to see that I even put grease, because there was a tiny bit of grease in there to lubricate it, but you heard them. They clank louder than the ones that I'm trying to take out of the car. Okay, so let me just turn the camera around and show you the boxes. This is where they come from. As you can see there, again, made in China. So I didn't open this one because this one was for the other door. This is the one that I put, and so I have to return them back. You see, the thing is, I noticed the guy was eager for me to put a feedback He was really, let me turn the camera around. He was really eager for me to put the feedback to say I'm happy with the transaction, I'm happy with the item. If I left a positive feedback and then this comes out, it will be like I'm contradicting myself. So I had to put this first, see if it's working well, and then go to give him a feedback. Now, I don't like giving negative feedbacks. So I'll talk to the guy, return the stuff, and then just leave it there. I'm a nice guy. I know some people, they do this to feed their children. Not that I'm encouraging dishonesty, but I'm not that type of person who rush to give negatives and, stuff like that. No. So I'll just leave it there. But my advice to the people that are buying online is test the thing before you leave the feedback. This video should be an encouragement or an education to see, to make sure that what you are buying is worth the money and is in good condition. Okay, so by me not leaving a negative feedback is not to say people should just go there and buy or cover up. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying I'm not the kind of guy who likes leaving negative feedbacks. I try to be positive all the time. Okay, so my advice to you is when you buy something online, before you rush to give a positive feedback, check it, test it, use it for about 2 months, and then if you want to give a feedback, give a feedback. Okay, so that's the way it is. So I'm gonna return it. I'm so disappointed. Okay, guys, I will see you on the next one. I don't know when because it's still freezing. It's wet. The English weather, that's how we have to live here. Okay, guys, so hopefully I'll make another video sometime, maybe this month or next month. Take care. Bye-bye.